Hello everybody and welcome to the decks of the weekend. This past weekend it was pre-release of Modern Horizons 3. Although the set isn't out on Magic Online yet, it will be in the next days. Expect a lot of Modern Horizons content here on the channel. Today we have a Pauper League without the new cards, and then we will have tomorrow an Affinity League with the new cards because I recorded it on Friday during the early access, and then from there on one video every day. I will be streaming 6 hours per day for the next week. I'll be doing a lot of content. I hope you will be able to enjoy all of my modern excitement that I am going to be bringing to the channel. Although, despite the tournament wasn't, sorry, despite the set wasn't out yet, there was a tournament in America, a Star City game con happening in Las Vegas, and this modern event had 109 players, and there are new cards because, as you might know, the new cards are legal as soon as in paper as soon as the pre-release hits, so people could play the new cards. Although unsurprisingly, the final was between two decks with 0 new cards. It was between Dimir Mill, that won the tournament by Jack, and Timur Prowess. My deck that I'm gonna show you, my deck of the weekend, is the one with Nadu. There was 2 in the top 8, placed 7th and 8th. And I'm taking the one from the 8th player, although, it's not that. I just like this a little bit more. This list does something that I've been doing on my channel, which is Coiling Oracle and Ice Fang plus Flare of Denial. You might have seen it when I made my top 5 cards. I made actually a similar list to this. Don't get me wrong, it was completely different. I was playing Scape Shift. But, I would say that 16 cards are similar. Okay, for those of you who don't know, what's Nadu? This is a 3-mana 3 for bird with an ability that says all your creatures, whenever they're targeted, you kind of like draw a card. If it's a land that comes into play, can even be untapped. And that combos with Shuko, because remember, you can equip the same creature twice. In Legacy, Shuko plus Illusion Cephalidist mills your deck. In Modern, well, Illusion Cephalidist isn't legal. You have to do Nadu, and this ability says this ability only triggers twice each turn. But this deck plays so many creatures. We have Delighted Halfling, Sylvan Safekeeper, Wildroots, Coiling Oracle, Ice Fang Coatl, and also we have Springleaf Nantuko. If you go Nantuko plus Nadu plus Shuko, it's basically a combo. You draw your whole deck, because every land that you flip on top will make a token. Springleaf Nantuko is written very, very badly. I don't know why they wrote it like that. It's basically like landfall, make a 1/1. If you ignore the besto part. So, you just, you go Nadu, Shuko, you have this in play, you keep the Nadu, you flip a land, you make a token, and then you keep the Nadu again, and then you move to the land, to the token, and then you just mill your deck. And this deck plays Tassa's Oracle. I'm not even sure you need it, but it's there. I heard there's some loop with Endurance. I didn't check it though, I was lazy. Another card that I actually read immediately and found immediately when I was looking for Nadu builds is a Rider Encore. In Legacy, you have Nomad's Encore, which is a 1-mana 1/1 that does this ability. You have in Time Spiral Remaster, in Time Spiral, and I guess you're a master as well. And this is a 3-mana and does the same thing. So it's like a Shuko. It's not a creature Shuko that you can tutor with Court of Calling. This list doesn't play Stoneforge Mystic, but it plays Urza Saga. So I called it banned, but basically the white is a tiny splash of just Teferi and Rider and Core. This deck can definitely have that Urza Saga angle. Sylvan Keeper is another card that got added to Modern Horizon, It wasn't legal before, and yeah, it's a good one. So Nadu, very powerful, definitely one of the cards that will make you think that, oh wow, Modern just got a level up. Modern decks are now much more powerful. And another card that does that is Necrodominance. That card also very scary. I'll feature that later in my legacy part of the deck of the weekend, but before, I want to show you my Rakdos Vampire that I was able to win a PTQ, sorry, not PTQ, RCQ with. Last Sunday, it's actually the RCQ Pioneer are about to end, so I guess Pioneer content, we'll be back with Pioneer content with the regional championship. I do have 2 leagues of Pioneer ready to show, but I'll post them after MH3 hype. But if you're a subscriber, you can already check them. But a league with Mono Black, Waste Not, and then a league with this Vampires deck. So, what's this list? I am trying to convince Javier to make a podcast tomorrow. The Karnies podcast, all about this. They have they can't talk about modern. So in order to find something cool, some cool content, I want to give you like all our thoughts, and I want to show you how I sideboarded and everything. This list comes from his suggestion of putting Kalitas back. Kalitas is kind of an outdated card. I haven't seen this in a long time, but it's a vampire, so very often, not very often, twice, I did sword -3, put Kalitas into play, and the tempo advantage is great because you have a Planeswalker, you can pump your Dusk Legion Zealot, and so on and so forth. There's no Preacher, that's a 3-drop. You already have 8 3-drop, I didn't want to play too many 3-drops. And yeah, this deck is powerful. I actually started tournament with a loss, but then I was able to rattle off and win every other match. Made the top 4 and then won the tournament, qualifying to Lille, which is something that I wanted to do and something that I was actually afraid I wasn't going to be able to succeed in. But we got there. 4 mutables, 2 hive, 1,000,000 creature land. This deck is very good against control decks. I beat 2 Nip Mizzet, and this is a very powerful combo in a mid-range deck that I already love to play. I actually lost a lot with Rakdos mid-range in the Pioneer, but now this is the second tournament I play with vampires, and I won the PTQ in Chicago, and I won this LCQ in yesterday. So far I'm 2 out of 2 in first place with this deck. I still don't own Sorin and Reaper, so I guess it's time for me to buy them. Speaking of buy, I bought a lot of cards over the weekend. I went to that store, and the biggest reason to go there is that I picked up all the cards that I wanted to buy. And yeah, I'm still missing something. But this is basically the most important cards he had were like 2 Necro, 2 Tamiyo, 2 Yugin's Labyrinth. I picked them up. I got lots of rares, ready to play modern, whatever becomes good, which is I hope as always it's Blue and Murktide. All right, let's now go to the Legacy deck of the weekend, which is another paper deck that got to play with the new cards, and this new card here was in fact Necro Dominance. Now, that Mono Black Scam is a thing with lately, right? With like how good Reanimate is in combination with Grief, in combination with Troll, in combination with just Bowmaster, your opponent creature that you discard, and so on and so forth. Now, this deck plays Urza Saga, and it picks up Spellbook, and you're like, why? Why would you play Spellbook in Legacy? Okay, let me tell you about this card. They decided to nerf Necropotence, but maybe not too much of a big of a nerf. It says you're... Okay, so this card is Necropotence, but it has one downside. Your maximum hand size is 5, but what if you remove that downside with Spellbook? Now, the way these two cards interact with each other is that the no maximum hand size overrides your maximum hand size is 5. So if you have both control at the same time, Spellbook and Necrodominance, well, you just simply do not have that line of text in Necrodominance. And so what happens is you pay 1 life, sorry, not pay 1 life, you pay X life, you draw X cards end of turn. And remember, if your opponent wants to play Orcish Bowmaster, the rule says that you have to play it before you pay life. So it's not that you do like, oh, I pay 5 life, and your opponent goes, okay, sure, I'll play Orcish Bowmaster, now you have to draw 5. No. If you want to put the trigger on the stack, and they don't play Orcish Bowmaster, you just pay 5 life, draw 5 cards. But if you put this ability on the stack, and they play Orcish Bowmaster, then they have to flash it in, and now you can choose. But obviously, you can just kill it too. You have your own Orc to kill their Orc, and so on and so forth. There's also Shieldra with combos with Necrodominance. If you have this in play, and you are, let's say, at 15 life, well, you can lose 14 life, draw 14 cards, gain 28. So you go to 29 life. And yeah, this is something that you can do. So this is my deck of the weekend for Legacy. I don't know when I'll play Legacy. I'm now all in on Modern because of the Pro Tour, but I will be going to Spain. Actually, this deck comes from a Spanish player. I'll go to Spain at the end of July for the Impact Returns. I'm excited for that event. And never been to that part of Spain. So that's it for me. That's it for the deck of the weekend. I am very excited to play Modern. I have so many decks to try in the next week as soon as Wizards of the Coast and Daybreak lets us play with the cards. This has been a tough week, let's say, because I have so many good ideas to try and so little ways for me to play them in. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel, to the Mengu's Workshop, where we are going to be featuring Legacy. If you are in your Legacy player, definitely check out Mengu's Workshop for the Sultai Beans video that I have coming out. That was my tournament up for season. Thank you for watching and have a great day.